1-800-771-1025. Kyle, I'm going to jump to you because apparently you feel that way, is that it's time to take action, man. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Shark? What's going on, Spanish?
How you doing, Kyle?
Pretty good. Hey, happy belated birthday. I'm March of 87, so we're good people.
All right, thanks, man. Hell yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So anyways, what I'm calling about it to try to be on a positive note is last year my dad was diagnosed with a brain tumor, but one of the best words of advice that he's given me is I've got to stop with the I can do it next year mentality. And so, just what I've been doing on my Saturdays is I do a lot of gardening, so I have a plant sale out front, and it's a good way to spend my Saturday, and I get to talk to people about plants, so
Nice.
It's been good.
Nice. I bet you love that, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I even, started a website and all of that, so maybe someday I can grow it into the full-time business.
All right, so Kyle, let's do this. First of all, I got to ask the question, is your dad still with us or did he pass?
Yeah, he's still with us. He had Moffitt is really good. We've been going to Moffitt, and he had 2 surgeries on his brain to get the tumor out.
Yep. And
he had to get a second bout of radiation. So that's kind of this past week. He's been a little wiped out from that, but the health and just like the treatment that he got through Moffitt for up until about 2 months ago,
right.
He was up walking around doing stuff. We could, go on walks with the dog. So
cool. I've
just been very blessed because when he first got diagnosed, we thought it was going to be, we'd lose him in a month or so. So yeah, and a lot of healing has gone on. When I was younger, of course, my dad and I butted heads all the time, but getting to know each other more as people, it's been very healing,
Well, we talked a couple of weekends ago around how death brings people together, and in the same way, the sort of the teasing of death, if you will. But I want to come back to you, Kyle, making the most of now. The time is now to take action. So we're celebrating wins today, man. So you literally said, "Hey, I'm gonna live my life. I love plants." And I'm going to sell plants in front of my house. All right. So what neighborhood are you in? Where are you in the Bay Area?
Well, I'm down in Punta Gorda. I listen to you guys through the app and been, listening for a long time. Mm-hmm. But I'm down in Punta Gorda. If people want to Google me, it's can I plug my website?
That's why we're here, my friend.
Sweet. It's Koala Plant and Seed. Koala the bear, that's one of my nicknames, and nice. Plant and Seed, and I'll pop up. And you can, if you're interested in any plants or anything like that, you can contact me through the website, and I'll respond.
Well, why I want to give you the space to promote your website there is because you, faced with your father's death, said, "Hey, I got to take some time," and you followed a passion. Apparently, you're into plants. That's friggin' awesome. Half my plants are not making it, so I wish I was more. But anyway, man, I think that's awesome, man. I think celebrate you for making the most of life, and my best wishes for you and your family and your dad. And he has more walks in the future, and you guys have a lot of time together.
Yeah, I hope so. We got him a life jacket and stuff to try to get him in the swimming pool a little bit. So hopefully. Nice. Yeah, and Spanish, we do follow each other on Instagram, so you can check out my Instagram as well.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I love you, Kyle. And don't worry, death's not real, but we can get into that later.
We'll get into that later. So
no, I really appreciated you when you do a lot, are talking a lot about that, because it does help me with it, and try to, because I have a lot of faith. And so, to build more of a relationship with, how I know God, mm-hmm. and understanding that it's not like I'm going to die and that's the end of it, right. But it's going to go on. Yeah. So that's really cool, man.
So Kyle, do us a favor. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to our YouTube, because a lot of times Spanish and I will get off on these tangents and we'll record it and we'll just throw it up on our YouTube if we don't get to it here, because we're only here for 2 hours a week. So subscribe to YouTube.
This is actually one of the first days that I set my alarm to make sure I heard the whole show.
Thank you. Thank you, Kyle. Hey, man, we're going to jump, but listen, man, have a wonderful Saturday.
What was the YouTube one more time?
At Let's Get Real Radio Show. So just exactly what
Sounds
we are.
good.
Let's
Yeah.
Get Real Radio Show on YouTube. Just search it, hit subscribe, and yeah. So a lot of the good death and God and all that content's up there as well.
All righty. Well, I'll go subscribe. And thanks for taking my call, guys.
Love you,
bet.
Kyle.
Have a good weekend, Kyle.
Love you both. Yes.
And you thought the death stuff wasn't going to be good.
No, I know the death stuff
See?
is good. The death stuff is good.
Death stuff's great.
Death stuff is great. Like we had the light and spirited conversation a couple weekends ago about death.
I love that you call it light and spirited.
It is light and spirited.
It was good, yeah.
I think Kyle though brings up like, hey man, you just got to make the most of
Of our time, Even though we believe time's not real, but you do got to make the most of this meat sack.
Why you always got to take it?
Because I like to remind you.
No, but
you're
you
right.
got to make the most of this particular moment in time.
For sure.
The present moment. You got to make the most of what's happening right now. Time is not real, but you got to make the most of right now. And sometimes it takes our dads getting brain tumors for us to have that. And this was a conversation we talked about when we had that. But the secret then exists to make the most of time without having a life-changing event rattle you in that space. 1-800-771-1025. Just celebrating some wins, keeping it positive, also giving support where you need it. But you know what I mean? Like how can you, and I got to be honest, I think celebrating wins on a regular basis allows you a perspective to be able to have moments of taking action in an intentional way.
Ooh,
so you don't have to wait for like somebody to die around you.
I like that, taking action in an intentional way.
You should probably write that down.
Yeah, that was good.
Sometimes I say things.
That was really good because that's the truth. You're right. It's taking action in an intentional way in the present moment will definitely keep you in a gratitude state.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just writing that down.
Yeah, I did too. That was good. I still do pen and paper though. I'm old like that.
Well,
I got my journal over here.
No, that's totally good. I journaled this morning. I do have moments sometimes where I'm just like, I'll be talking to a client or something. I'll just say something, and I'm like, man, that was good.
That was good.
And my clients don't know what to say. They're like, did you just comment on your own words? I'm like, I did. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Allow me a moment to high five myself.
There we go.